Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm starting from the Cerulean Pokemon Center, so you know where we're going. But, since we have the bike voucher, we can come down here, and yeah, I cut through there to get up here. So what? Anyway, come up here, talk to this guy. No, we have the bike voucher. Oh, that's a bike voucher! Okay, here you go. Exchange bike voucher for bicycle. Now, like, is a tendency throughout all of the Pokemon series, there's always one item that you can't afford even with the maximum money cap. In this game, it's a bicycle, so you need a bike voucher. That being the case, we can come out here, and now you may be wondering where we're going now. We have the Verlian City thing. Where would we be using Flash if you were so inclined? Well, it's funny you say that, because especially with Repel, this place is going to be a cakewalk. And it's not even that far away. You see, you come up here to Cerulean, go through there, and you come over here. This area I said we'd go to later, we're going to it now. And I am actually mostly uncertain of what you can catch in the grass up there. So, yeah, you go do your hunting. You figure out what you want there. I think you can catch the final form of whatever bug type you have in your game up there. At least I think I remember. No, it's there's a bug catcher up there. That's where I remember it, and he has a Beedrill. I might fight him just to show it off. But right now, let's get into a fight. As I said in my description last time, sometimes it's just nice to do something redundant. Even though I've already played through this, it gives me a sense of stability and power that I don't feel like I have right now. Because I'm recording this at the same time as the rest of it. So yeah, I'm not in the best of moods, in case you've skipped straight to this part, or whatever. If this part even gets watched. Oh, la la la. See, there's that self-doubt again. No confidence in myself. Need to fix that. Point being, crap, I can't even remember what I was saying anymore. Yes, redundancy. Gives you stability. So in the worst part of your life, just play through something you've already played before. Something you could practically do on autopilot. In fact, do what I'm doing. Play a game on autopilot. See what happens. You'll find it strangely relaxing and give you perspective on your life, as you sit there staring at absolutely nothing, thinking absolutely nothing, and accomplishing absolutely nothing. Now that guy is staring at a TM, and we're just gonna yank it out from in front of him. Wanna know what it teaches? It teaches teleport. And that's the thing that I used earlier, so if you wanted to do the Nugget Bridge glitch now, if you still had trainers up there or something, you could do that now. I'm not going to, but you could do it and teach teleport to Pokemon. I don't know what Pokemon can learn teleport, I'm assuming it's just psychic types. Let's get into another battle, why not? I'm gonna be avoiding as many battles as I can, trying to get up to where my save state is, and because while trying to do Vermilion Gym, I accidentally saved over the earlier save state, I will vaguely show off what I was doing and what I was looking for, and then reload. Sort of like, you know, in those old, like, 90s cooking shows, be like, luckily I prepared this ahead of time. Alright, I can't run away from you. Punch you in the face! Seriously, gotta stay away from that speed up button. It's so tempting, but I know it's just gonna make me miserable, and I'm already miserable, so I don't need more miserableness. So, it's just, you know, find peace in the redundancy of it all. Just a cat coming out of nowhere and punching things. There's peacefulness to that. So, this guy can be ignored, that girl can be ignored, and we can go straight into the next part of the game. Now, as I said, Flash is not needed for this next part. It feels like it's needed if you don't know the trick, because you can't see anything. But if you know what you're doing, like I do, you're just going to be staring at a black screen the entire time. Isn't that reassuring? Just black screen, spontaneous trainer attacks, and, you know, all sorts of things like that. But we won't be worrying about random encounters, so, you know, add one more thing to check off the list here. Check off, you know, Star Trek. Also, there's a trainer at the bottom here that, again, I'm completely skipping. I don't care right now. But, I guess I should show, well, I was going to show it off in there. So, let's show it off in there. As you can see, completely black, except you can see your menu, and you can see the train, and when you aren't standing on it, you can see ladders. That's all you need in order to navigate this place. There are no items here. So we'll start by getting on our bicycle, which changes the tone into a more positive one. And now, we're going to use our Repel. Da-da-da-da. Yep, random battle. Pokemon fight. Okay, ready? Go! This place filled with Pokemaniacs and the occasional picnicker. so you're not really in trouble. Dun 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 dun. I'm shoot bubbles at you, 'cause I can ruin you, just like my face. Ruin your face. Make you all sad. I know I'm not singing the right music anymore. This is what happens when you get depressed, son. Blackchibisan, also known as Black Depressed Son. Because I am, I'm kind of... I'm upset right now. And I don't want to get into it, but this is making me feel better, so, you know. Even if nobody watches this, I'd prefer people watch it. I mean, I prefer a lot of things. I prefer $1 million in a car, but that ain't gonna happen either. Ain't nobody done this today. Because everybody wants $1 million in their dream car. In my case, it's just a car that runs. I don't ask much. And I kind of have one that runs. Needs a slow charger on the battery. And possibly a tire replaced. But it's a nice old car. It's a Lincoln Mark 7, 86. Really nice. It's got that old school feel. It's still got a tape deck, so... Oh, that's a relic from the past, Blackchibisan. How can you go around driving that and looking like a dweeb? Because when you are driving a car like that, you are surrounded with style, man. Those things are just classy all the way through, especially considering I got this for like 147 bucks off a good friend of mine, and it's a luxury edition. This is like a fancy car, man. It's from 86, so, you know, it's been kind of beaten down, but I mean, it's a fancy car, man. It's got like air suspension. That means, like, if I was back in the hood, I could done rig that thing up to pop and lock, man. I mean, it would look stupid to me, but I paint it with that flecked purple paint and some hot rod flames. Nobody would have batted an eye back. Well, actually, where I came from, that would guarantee the car got stolen, considering none of us were that well off. But I mean, you go straight into the hood looking like that, everybody's gonna think you're gonna come out saying, "Yo, ese! Need some churros!" You know, that sounds like so racist, but I've actually heard somebody say that. Somebody who was Mexican, not white. I am white, I know that, but I came from like a predominantly Mexican neighborhood, so you know. Do not mock me. I know I am way too white to be speaking street. That has been confirmed to me by multiple friends. But you know what? It's fine. I came from an area where that was okay. Where literally some of the things I saw were like, they were just kind of part of the territory, man. I mean, it's like, I literally saw 30 Mexicans get out of a two-door car. And I mean like the kind of two-door where you gotta pop the seat forward for everybody to climb out of the back, like those old hatchback stuff. They didn't pop the trunk to get out, because they kind of, as far as I could tell, they couldn't, because it looked like one of those ones where the back window is literally just a back window. You know, just like, I would call it a sports car, but it doesn't feel right to call it a sports car. Point being, where was I with this? Yes, I came from a neighborhood where that was a thing. Where, literally not once, but twice, 30 feet from my front door, in the same exact spot, cars were effectively lit on fire. I say effectively lit on fire, I was going to say effectively firebombed, but they were lit on fire. Same spot, left burn marks both times, and the natural reaction for myself and anybody else who was from my neighborhood was, hey, I don't know what happened, maybe somebody liked that parking spot. I didn't see nothing. I personally didn't see anything. I don't know who did it, and frankly, I didn't want to ask questions. Somebody burned down a car. Why would I ask questions about the guy who burned up a car? Odds are he'd burn mine next, even if I didn't have one. It just... very bad idea. Very bad idea to go messing with people who like cars on fire, okay? Just, you don't. Especially at the same spot. If it's the first time you can go, well, maybe that was teenagers, you know? Maybe that was some rambunctious kids trying to prove a point, trying to look cool. But, genuinely speaking, where I came from, even if they were just doing that to look cool, okay? Even if they were doing that just to make things look nice, okay? So I go, dude, I am so hardcore, I lit a car on fire, man. You do not mess with me. Even if that was their intention, doing it twice? No. That was somebody who had very good attachment to that parking spot. I didn't ask, I didn't pay attention who got in and out of cars there, I just knew you do not park in that spot. My mom never done park there, she always had her parking spot. It was not actually a parking spot, it was a spot on the street, but you know, we always park there. And if anybody parked there, I wasn't going to light their car on fire. I mean, even if I was a middle schooler that had things to prove, but I was going to prove myself without violence. I mean, that was kind of my shtick. It's this idea of, like, people think I'm something, and I'm going to prove them wrong. Simple. And sometimes the best way to prove them wrong is to half embrace what they think you are. That sounds weird, but hear me out. If you're an antisocial kid, but you're good-natured, ultimately, you're antisocial, you kind of stick to yourself, and you don't trust people, but you personally have a better nature, you like people, then, you know, do what I did. Kind of hang out on the outside, watch people, manipulate social groups through little interactions nobody'd ever think of. Have only, like, one friend, and, generally speaking, look defiantly at the popular kids. This will paint a bullseye on your head. But in my particular case, I use that to protect other people with no social life, no social skills. That was sort of that was what I would do. It wasn't my way of defying tradition or anything, that was my way of sort of defining my identity. My identity was, I'm this guy who stands up for people. That's what I do. Which is why to be the bully in this right now, just until I get to where I was, it kind of feels nice, you know, a little bit of a power trip. Yes. I would play games all the time, but I wouldn't play them for the power trip. I'd play them for the story, and I know that sounds so weird. It's like all the guys ever who were caught with adult magazines. By the way, I confession here, considering A, nobody watches this, and B, even if they did, it's so ancient in my past, I don't care. Because every guy has that story of the first time they were caught. Not, like, in the middle of the act, but, you know, seeing the stuff. Like, they were caught with it. And, I did not say I was doing it for the story. I openly admitted it's like, I got feelings in me I don't quite understand, so I'm just seeking out things that inspire it and trying to better understand what's going on. Because at the time, I didn't know all of the things that guys, you know, put together as they grow up. I'm not going to go into it in case any of you are underage, miss. But with the inappropriate content, I was literally taking the scientific approach. I was like, I do not know what this feeling within me is, and it gives strange bodily responses, and so I will seek out material that inspires this in hopes of better understanding it. And it was the scientific theory. So, even when I first found it, I didn't exactly know what it was that I was getting into. And that's mildly embarrassing, I know, because everybody's like, that's like Clinton saying he didn't breathe in. He would have, but he didn't know how. And you may say that, but dude, no, that's actually kind of what it was. It's like, I didn't know what I was doing. And we are free. Free of that awkward comment, too. Because, I had a different awkward story for that part, too, so I guess history repeats itself. Not along the lines I just had. Which is amusing in its own right. I think I'm delusionally happy right now. I'm just happy that life isn't complete stein of misery. I'm looking for whatever joy I can grasp onto. And it isn't much, but it's something. Having made it through Rock Tunnel, in record time, I think we have time to end this in a place where I think I started it last time I came here. So, let's go and say hi to somebody. Actually, no, I remember ending it on this. We'll talk to her first. Welcome to Lavender Town, though, the source of all Pokemon creepypastas. So there are believers, right? So she says, like, do you believe in ghosts? And she kind of makes fun of you for believing. Now here's this one. Do you believe in ghosts? Haha, I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder, it's not real. That's just straight up creepy. And I'll give this a proper introduction somewhere else, but point being, we are here, in the Pokemon Tower. This is a Pokemon graveyard, and our rival is here. Now I want you to pay attention to something here. When we fought our rival last, he had a full belt. Okay? And he had all of the usual contenders. Now, I want you to take a look at his belt now, when we come to talk to him. Hey, BCS, what brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can at least make them faint. Let's go, pal. That doesn't sound as friendly as usual. That doesn't sound like our cheery rival, like our usual guy that, we run into and he gives us playful advice. And yes, those of you that know what I'm going to say, I know it's just a theory, it's never been confirmed, and Nintendo probably never would confirm it. But I want you to notice something after I take out his Pidgeotto here. And may have bumped the mic a little bit or muted myself a little bit because I have my finger on the mic. But look at his belt here. It's only 5 Pokemon. Now, could be something else, but as the belt continues, I want you to notice something. He had 6 Pokemon. He's here, ahead of us, commenting that we don't have any dead Pokemon. And, his belt has changed, but there's still an empty spot here. And now, right about here? Is it right about here? Yeah, it's right about here. Of course he still has a starter, so he has the Kadabra, the Charmander, all of that stuff. But he's missing his Raticate. Now, the theory involving this is that on the SSN, he didn't get out fast enough after we beat him in a battle, or, maybe our battle got a bit more intense than we realized. And his Raticate died. Like, straight up dead. And so, he's here, and he's absolutely livid with us. And that actually carries over into the rest of this. What, you stinker? I took it easy on you, too. How's your Pokedex coming, pal? I just caught a Cubone. I can't find the grown-up Marowak yet. I doubt there's any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish, pal. Smell you later. Just something about it. He seems to be more serious from this point forward. And I like the idea that... Well, I don't like the idea of killing his Raticate, but I do like the idea that there was a galvanizing moment in his history where he just kind of... He realized that what he had been doing was fun and all, but there was real consequences to what was going on. In any case, I'm gonna leave you guys with this soothing, charming music just a little bit longer. And I want you to know that I love you all. Peace out. Have a good rest of the day.